Welcome, Pure Joy and Zoe. I know it's a short notice show, but this was something that's really, really heavy on my mind. I had a 17-year-old girl that was supposed to be on the show. We had scheduled it for today, then we didn't have time, so we scheduled it for Saturday. She was supposed to come on Saturday, but now she's not going to come on because I had an argument with her mother. So, child, I got to tell y'all about that shit. I could just let it go and forget it, but I just decided it was something that we need to do a show about women that have broken, wounded wombs, dead wombs, and wounded children because of it. So we're going to talk about it today. You know, y'all, I've been kind of, I guess I've been going back and forth with this in my mind. And I guess, you know, I've been thinking about several points concerning this issue. I don't know, probably some of you new people don't know about this, but it's a lot of, not just women, well, y'all know that part. It's a lot of women and men, gay and straight, that have been secretly watching the show, and a lot of them have started to become very vocal and ask me for advice. What I also found out is it's a lot of young girls. I'm talking about as young as 10, 11 years old. They get on the internet. Obviously, they ain't got the kind of women around them standing in vagina power guarding they little girl pussy and they little girl mind. So what they do, some kind of way they done found Alexis K. Tyler, and all these people say I'm crazy and nasty and vulgar. For some reason, these little 10-year-old and 12-year-old and 15 and 16-year-old little girls don't find me so vulgar and rude. They obviously sense some type of truth and it resonates with them, and they reach out to me. They ask me for help. And it's the second time this done happened to me. You know, trying to understand it. I guess I can understand. I'm really not completely angry at the mother. But I'm not going to let a bitch attack me and get away with the fucking shit or try to fucking intimidate me or scare me or make me fucking back down just because you didn't do your fucking job and I'm doing mine. You know. So a lot of these young girls ask me for advice, and they've been telling me how they've been molested by family members, beaten and abused by their mothers, boyfriends, grandmamas and shit, brothers, sisters. They taking all of this, and they obviously don't feel that they have the support, the protection, and the guidance from their mothers. A lot of us have wounded, sick-ass wounds, fractured wounds, diseased wounds, dysfunctional wounds, goddamn dead-ass wounds, shit, pieces of it missing. A lot of women walking around here with hysterectomy, partial goddamn hysterectomy, scarred up so bad from so many motherfucking abortions. You know, they womb can't even hold a baby if they goddamn wanted one. Or they have all other kind of goddamn problems, yeast infection, vaginosis, chlamydia, so much other shit going on with them. And a lot of it ties into mental, emotional, and spiritual issues, self-hatred, wounds because their womb is so motherfucking black. Not black because it's illuminated with the triple blackness of the goddamn stars, the sun and the moon and the sky and the universe, but it's because it's so goddamn black, filled with rage and self-loathing and self-hatred and low self-esteem, and their own abandonment, abuse issues they had to deal with their mama, dad, or some other motherfucking nigga that done goddamn walked off, or the baby dad or the husband ain't doing right. So she fucked up. She dead in her motherfucking womb. Her spirit is motherfucking fractured and wounded. She got issues that she have not come to terms with. Now, you can always tell when a bitch got some problems with herself. When she don't like herself, when she got some dysfunctional issues in her own goddamn mind, by looking at the way she treat her children, and looking at who she lay up with and fucking sucking shit and have around her children, or who she don't have around them, and who she leave her goddamn children with, and how she check up on the goddamn background of her children. Now, this little girl I'm talking about, she contacted me last year. She been a fan of my show that I know of. I don't know how long she really been watching me. She would watch all my videos. I know lately she ain't really been watching my videos because she would always put a response, a comment on there. And I said, I see you, young queen. I'm very proud of you. Keep the good work up. Stay in school. I want you to graduate and do big things. And she would tell me how she was doing, how Grace was doing in school. Then she contacted me, said she needed to talk to me. She told me something very ugly. And I gave her my phone number. We started talking on the phone last year, and she was a guest on my show. And she shared it with all of my listeners. She said that her mother and father were together, and I guess a little bit before the time she was 5 years old, the daddy left the home. He left her mama. He left her, moved in with another woman, got married, started his life over, had some more children. So from the time that she was 5 years old up until she was 12 years old, the daddy would come to her house, pick her up, and he would keep her for the weekend, or I don't know if it was the summer as well. So the mother, would allow this, and the mother was comfortable with the father picking the child up and having her over there and around relatives. The girl revealed a couple of years ago to her mother and the father and the family that while she was there, her cousin, I'm not sure if it's the mother's side of the family or the father's side of the family, an older boy, 5 years old, started her off sucking his dick. So I don't know where the daddy was. I know where the mother was. She was at home or doing her own thing. She wasn't around. For 7 years, from 5 to 12, see, 5 and 10, that's 5, 2 more, 7 years. This little girl been taught to be a master dick sucker by her older male cousin. So he's teaching her how to hold his dick between her goddamn teeth, lay it on her fucking tongue, let him slide it in and out her mouth like he on the goddamn seesaw at the fucking playground, and ejaculate in her fucking 5-year-old mouth. 6 years old, 7-year-old mouth, 8-year-old mouth, 9-year-old mouth, 10-year-old mouth, 11-year-old mouth. See, she been sucking dick throughout her whole fucking childhood. Don't nobody know it. She's scared to tell her mama. Mama ain't picking up on it. She would call her mother all the time when she was at the daddy house, tell her mama she want to come home. And she finally told, I think a couple of years ago, around time that she told her mother and father, I don't think they could really confront the cousin because he was in and out of trouble, so he was sent to prison. She called me a couple of days ago and texted me saying she want to do a new show because the cousin he done got out of jail. Her daddy confronted him, and the cousin said, she lying on me. I didn't make her suck my dick all them years. So the daddy comes back to the girl and say, you know what, you lied on him. He said he didn't do it, so that means he didn't do it. Now, I don't know why you lied on him. Who was really having you suck their dick? Who else are you covering up for because it's not him? Just because he said he didn't do it. He left it at that. He didn't have her in front of him, go through details, none of that. Let it go. So now daddy basically says she's a liar and said the mother cussed the daddy out, but I don't know what she said to the cousin that was doing this to her daughter, sodomizing, having her daughter, beating her daughter motherfucking mouth up and shit with his dick in his nuts, shoving his ass in a motherfucking 5-year-old's motherfucking mouth. But when she did the show with me last year, she got into this, and our hearts went out to her. We befriended her, wanted to keep up with her, and